Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air. Spire Motorsports and Justin Haley to part ways after a very tough season. NTT IndyCar Series draws big audience jump after switching to Fox Sports. Leonardo Fornaroli joins McLaren in test driver role. The new Formula 2 champion has been signed to McLaren's development program. Denny Hamlin gives a fiery testimony in the courtroom. And we have our race preview for the NRL's weekend at Richmond and the PWRC's weekend at Auto Club. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to VBS Evening News. We begin tonight with breaking news. Our first story takes us to NASCAR. After a challenging 2025 campaign, Spire Motorsports and driver Justin Haley have announced they will part ways at the conclusion of the season. Haley will not return to the number 7 Chevrolet for 2026, ending a partnership that, while filled with promise, struggled to consistently compete at the highest level. Industry insiders cite multiple factors behind the decision: performance inconsistencies, evolving team strategies, and sponsorship considerations. Haley is still widely regarded as a talented young driver with considerable potential, now joins the pool of high-profile drivers available in the upcoming season. Fans and analysts alike have speculated about this move for weeks. While Spire Motorsports remains committed to growth and competitiveness, the team acknowledges the need for a fresh start at the number 7. Meanwhile, Haley's focus now shifts to securing his next deal at a different team. The NTT IndyCar Series saw a major boost in television viewership this season. The season opener broadcast on Fox Sports drew an impressive 1.42 million viewers, the most watched non-Indy 500 IndyCar race since 2011. Analysts credit the jump to a combination of improved promotion, better storytelling around drivers, and an accessible schedule designed to attract casual fans. The numbers tell a story. For years, IndyCar has struggled to find consistent national viewership outside of the Indianapolis 500, but this season, Fox Sports' coverage brought the sport into living rooms across America, proving that there's renewed interest in high-speed open-wheel racing. This surge in audience engagement has immediate implications for teams, sponsors, and the sport's commercial viability. With viewership climbing, the series strengthens its bargaining position for sponsorships and advertising, a crucial factor in sustaining long-term growth. IndyCar's success also highlights the importance of media partnerships in motorsports today, with audiences fragmented across streaming services, cable, and social media. Across the Atlantic, Leonardo Fornaroli, the 2025 Formula 2 champion, has officially joined McLaren as a test and development driver. This move positions him within one of F1's most storied teams, giving him access to cutting-edge technology, simulation work, and the kind of mentorship that can make or break a young driver's career. Fornaroli's performance in Formula 2 this season was nothing short of remarkable. He not only clinched the championship, but did so with the consistency and adaptability that made him stand out among a highly competitive field. For McLaren, signing with him to a development role is an investment in the future, a way to cultivate talent that could one day compete at the very highest level. In Formula 1, the role of a test driver is about much more than just time behind the wheel. These drivers are instrumental in car development, helping engineers fine-tune aerodynamics, power units, and tire strategies before and during the season. Their feedback shapes how a team competes, meaning Fornaroli's contributions could have a direct impact on McLaren's 2026 season performance, even if he isn't on the starting grid. Historically, test and development drivers have often become the next generation of race winners. McLaren's program has produced multiple Formula One stars in recent decades, and Fornaroli now joins that legacy. This role allows him to learn the nuances of race strategy, team communication, and car setup, all critical skills for success at the top level. Looking at the past decade, many Formula 2 champions have successfully transitioned to Formula 1, from George Russell to Charles Leclerc. Often within a year of their championship win, Fornaroli's move suggests McLaren sees the same potential, and it signals to fans and sponsors alike that the team is building for the long term, balancing youth with experience. For fans watching around the world, Fornaroli's signing is a reminder that Formula One is not just about today's races, but about the future of the sport. It's a story of preparation, patience, and the high stakes decision teams make when shaping their next generation of champions. Star driver Denny Hamlin taking the stand for a second day in the high stakes legal battle between racing legend Michael Jordan and NASCAR, a case that threatens to redefine the balance of power in America's biggest motorsports league. And today, Hamlin's testimony was nothing short of explosive. For hours, Hamlin, a 3-time Daytona 500 winner and co-owner of 23XI Racing, alongside Jordan, delivered a fiery defense of his team's lawsuit, accusing NASCAR of abusing its authority, stifling competition, and punishing teams that dare to challenge the system. At the center of the case, whether NASCAR operates as a fair governing body or as a monopolistic force controlling every aspect of the sport, inside the packed courtroom, Hamlin spoke candidly about confidential team finances, charter agreements, and what he described as an environment of fear among owners. According to Hamlin, teams are pressured to remain silent, accept unfavorable terms, and fall in line or risk losing their livelihood. At one point, Hamlin grew visibly emotional as he described the struggle of building a team from the ground up, insisting that owners shoulder massive financial risks while receiving little long-term security from NASCAR. The lawsuit, spearheaded by Jordan and 23XI Racing, claims NASCAR's charter system unfairly restricts competition and keeps teams financially dependent on the sanctioning body. NASCAR, for its part, has strongly denied the allegations, calling the lawsuit baseless and insisting the charter model has brought stability to the sport. But today's testimony pulled back the curtain on how deeply divided the garage has become. Hamlin testified that team owners frequently hold private discussions about the sport's future. Conversations, he said, would never be spoken openly for fear of retaliation. He also suggested that decisions affecting millions of dollars are often made without meaningful input from the teams themselves. A big Saturday of racing ahead across multiple series as both the NRL and the PWRC get set for critical midseason showdowns that could shape their championship pictures in a major way. 2 tracks, 2 very different styles of racing, and one massive day for motorsports. We start with the NRL. This Saturday night, the National NASCAR Racing League heads to one of the most demanding short tracks in America, Richmond Raceway. Known as America's premier short track, Richmond is a 3/4-mile D-shaped oval that tests both driver patience and pure racecraft. Tire wear, brake management, and short-run speed will all play a deciding role. Qualifying for the NRL Richmond race is set for 6 p.m. Eastern Time, with the green flag scheduled to drop at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This Saturday night race comes at a pivotal moment in the NRL season, with the playoff picture beginning to take shape. Every position, every point, and every pit stop could have major implications moving forward. Meanwhile, earlier in the day, the PWRC takes center stage on the West Coast with a high-speed battle at one of the most iconic ovals in motorsports. The premier worldwide racing championship heads to Auto Club Speedway this Saturday for a major event with championship implications written all over it. The race is set for a 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time green flag, with qualifying taking place earlier in the day before the field is set. Auto Club Speedway, a 2-mile high-banked oval, is the complete opposite of Richmond. This is a place where raw speed, aerodynamics, and momentum rule the day. Cars will push the limits down the long straightaways, entering the corners at tremendous speeds. Drivers will be asked to balance throttle control with tire conservation as long green flag runs are expected to define the race. Passing should be plentiful with multiple racing grooves from the bottom line all the way up against the wall that opens the door for bold moves, three wide racing, and the potential for last lap dramatics. Qualifying earlier in the day will be crucial. Track position at Auto Club can mean everything, especially in the closing laps, when clean air can be the difference between victory and coming up just short. This event is also expected to put a spotlight on engine performance and pit road execution. At these speeds, a single slow pit stop or loose wheel can cost a team multiple positions in seconds. For the PWRC title contenders, Saturday race represents both opportunity and risk. And that's our race previews and the end of this broadcast. Thank you for joining us and watching VBS Evening News. Those are all your headlines for today. Good night.